We interrupt this program to bring you a special report.
A fire marshal is investigating an arson at a South Philadelphia restaurant co-owned by one of Philadelphia's most notorious convicted mobsters, Joey Merlino. Police received a 911 call about a small fire at the location formerly known as Ace of Steaks on the 3000 block of South Broad Street. A source tells Action News investigators discovered multiple incendiary devices that had been tossed into the vestibule. Merlino, the reputed boss of a Philadelphia crime family, tweeted in March that he was planning to open a new cheesesteak spot called Skinny Joey's Cheesesteaks, a reference to his longtime nickname. It's unclear why the restaurant was targeted, and the motive remains under investigation.
Arson investigation. Overnight, a building owned by a former reputed mobster in South Philadelphia went up in flames.
Joey Merlino co-owns the building, which he planned to reopen as a cheesesteak shop. Because of the evidence found at the scene, investigators believe this was set intentionally. Action News reporter Annie McCormick joins us now live on South Broad Street with what we know. Annie.
And Sarah, South detectives and other agencies are investigating. There wasn't much damage that was left behind inside of this business. However, because of who the co-owner of the business is, there are extra eyes on this investigation.
Just after 2 this morning, a passerby called 911, reporting a small fire inside this building in the 3000 block of South Broad Street. Firefighters extinguished the fire, and sources say investigators recovered multiple Molotov cocktails inside.
Going to be the cleanest, best cheesesteak place in the city.
Former reputed Philadelphia mob boss Joey Merlino recently bought the former steak shop with a partner with plans to reopen under a new name.
Certainly this raises questions, and I think it's going to raise the interest of law enforcement in the Philly area, including the FBI.
J.J. Claver is a former FBI agent who was attached to the Philadelphia field office. In the 90s, the FBI claimed Merlino unseated then reputed boss John Stanfa and described that time period in Philadelphia as a war.
It was a pretty busy time for agents that were working organized crime.
After serving several stints in prison for convictions including racketeering, extortion, and bookmaking, Merlino is now a free man and a business owner, and in this case could be the victim of a crime. Recently, Merlino, who splits his time between Florida and Philadelphia, has had success with the podcast The Skinny with Joey Merlino.
This has been the latest reports of the Ace of Steaks, which was co-owned by Joey Merlino. And of course, with his reputation and public image, he's going to get more of a spotlight. As you may know, Ace of Steaks is based on the South Philadelphia region at 3020 South Broad Street, specifically at zip code 19145, as you see displayed on the screen. It has over 100 Google reviews, and you can check them out yourself. We're about to be going under the Yelp app, as you can see from here, and go over both the good, the middle grounds, and the negative reviews of Ace of Steaks. It operated during the hours of 10 a.m. to midnight. For those who are not familiar with the Philadelphia region, Ace of Steaks is based around the South Philadelphia area, very close into the southwest, based on the southwest Philadelphia region around Packer Avenue by the I-76 highway. It is also very close to a lot of the sports arenas, better known as the South Philadelphia's Sports Complex region. The South Philadelphia Sports Complex region is home of the 4 major Philadelphia professional sports teams. The complex is located at South Philadelphia and the site of the Wells Fargo Center, home arena for the Philadelphia 76ers and the Philadelphia Flyers, Lincoln Financial Field, home field for the Philadelphia Eagles, Citizens Bank Park, home field for the Philadelphia Phillies, and X-Philly Live, a sports retail and entertainment center. So therefore, that was one of his big reasons to why that restaurant was a very good marketing approach in the South Philadelphia region, especially if people did not want to pay for more expensive eateries at the sports regions. Instead of paying it at the sports centers, they can go to circle restaurants like Ace of Steaks. So we're showing you the exact location to get around, especially if you ever get lost. We're giving you a visual look. So once you go across the gas station that it currently is right now, you should be able to see the Ace of Steaks headline and near the highway. So as you see on the news reports from that drone footage, this is what it looks like specifically on the ground near the Walt Whitman Bridge. Previously, it was known as the Talk of the Town. And has been listed as permanently closed. And has been closed for quite some time. Now, as you can see on the stars reviews, we'll go each and every order, as we mentioned before: good, middle ground, and bad. So here's what one reviewer has to say. I'm not a cheesesteak connoisseur, so I cannot tell you which place is the best. I got a cheesesteak from Ace of Steak simply because I happened to pass by at the moment when I was feeling super hungry. The woman at the counter was a little gruff, but she was not unfriendly. I ordered a cheesesteak, a Florida style inside and out. My to-go order was ready quickly, and I was in and out of the place in hardly any time at all. The cheesesteak was good. There was plenty of steak crammed into the roll. The bread seemed fresh, and it was a very filling sandwich. The Florida style inside and out was interesting. I got it out of curiosity. I'm glad that I tried it, but it's not something I would not order again. It was good, but it was way too much fried deliciousness for me. In fact, the amount of that dripped out of it made me cringe a bit. The food was pretty cheap, and it was 2 meals for me. I have no idea what makes a cheesesteak the best, so my standards for one are pretty low. As long as there's plenty of flavorful meat shoved into the bread that is not stale or falling apart is good enough for me. That was from Christina T. from Kansas City, Missouri, posted December 13th, 2021. We just want to make sure these people get their reviews, and we'll show you an image of what the cheesesteak looked like. Next, we'll go over James P. from Tallyville, Delaware. He reported 954 different cheesesteaks eaten in the last 4 years. Guest eater Christopher, and the woman calling me a mother effer for my park job. This was a very pleasant shop. I have a whole new appreciation for the Flat Steak Society. The traditionalists will love this place. Nice Lucio roll and thicker slice of steak. I got mine chopped, nice chopped. Mine needed more cheese and better cheese melt. I wish the mushrooms spent more time on the grill. This is good steak, and I think a nice sauteed mushroom will really enhance the flavor of it. That was from James P., who's giving it another all 5 stars. Who's giving it all 5 stars. This was posted on November 8th, 2021. It will let you see a piece of that steak. Another positive feedback says, wanted to pick up a cheesesteak from Mr. J from New York, New York. Wanted me to pick up a cheesesteak before I hit the road, so I Yelped it, and I came across this joint. It was a little skeptical due to the small number of reviews. Well, I was not disappointed. Damn good cheesesteak. Got classic with onions and shrooms. The food was fresh, bun soft, and warm with tasty steak. They served crinkly fries, and I'm not a fan of, but they were damn good. They gave a nice heaping as the picture is on a pile on my plate. I will certainly come back here. Delicious. So now you see fries on the side, as you can see how they are displayed along with the cheesesteak. Now let's go to some of the negative reviews, as you can see here. This is from Michael W. from Lauderdale, Florida. April 25th, 2021. He gave us purely a 1 star. I was in town of work. I was born and stationed in Philadelphia years ago, so I wanted to get a real cheesesteak. The problem was I watched them, the woman, who was the most only person working, take cash from customers and then touch all the food. She used the cash register, answer the phone, handle cash and credit card machines, and then separate cheese slices and rolls with her bare hands and fingernails. I noticed this while I was in line. Also, no mask, so I left without ordering. That was from Michael W. from Fort Lauderdale, once again, to give his opinion. Now we'll go next to Stephen B. from Point Breeze, Philadelphia, who also gave it 1 star. He said, I guess I'm the only other sole reviewers of AOS, meaning I never reviewed a place before of Yelp, but was compelled to make it my first. First off, chop the steak up. I had slabs of steak running the length of the sandwich. Second, chop up the mushrooms. I literally had stems and caps in this sandwich. Haven't seen a raw of shrooms like this since I brought them from a bun out of my high school. Third, melt the cheese with the meat and chop it up and don't toss it on top. I'm done doing numbers, but put the ketchup in after the meat and not ketchup on the roll before the meat. The bread absorbs all of it, and there isn't any left of it on the steak. Only thing is I could say was it was fast and cheap, but I can't see at what cost. Giving it a 4.2, maybe throw some pepper on the steak too. So once again, that was 1 star. Now we'll give it some people who have both positive and negative. That's more middle ground. Glenn D. from Egg Harbor Township, New Jersey. Both prawns are negative. First, the pie was great. Second, order Ace of Steaks, and the person at the counter was a little distracted. When I made it home, I opened up the steak, and it was just a tiny steak, not my order. Second time in a row. Too many other wonderful choices around. Lastly, I do have to say the inside of Chico's is super nice, and it looks like a great place to eat inside. Nico C., Goose Creek, South Carolina. So disappointed. It had great reviews, but very few. I should have known better. There's a sign in the window to request you steak chopped. All cheesesteaks should be chopped, in my opinion, I'm presuming. The steak flavor was okay, and the bread was not great. My son and husband said their bread was soggy, and I thought mine was a little chewy. I really think the bread makes the cheesesteak, and these were subpar. The worst money spent were on the fries, soggy and undercooked. On the positive, my daughter ordered the chicken tenders and loved them. We all tried, and they were delicious and crisp. The chicken tenders earned them the extra star. So we're going to end that video on going over all the feedback, both the good, bad, and the middle ground ones. So that's what Ace of Steak was like before it decided to close. And of course, now that the steak is going under some investigation about it being, especially due to the allegations of arson. Who do you think that could have caused this fire? Some people may think it could have been an inside job. We don't know. That's why there's an investigation still going on. Could it be tied to Merlino's accusation of being involved with the crime family members in form of retaliation? We would like to hear from your opinions. Let us know what you think about it down below. Now, here's the video of Joey Merlino at Ace of Steaks just a couple months ago before the fire that took place.
We're live here in South Philly with Skinny Joey, and he's got some exciting news to share.
Here's the new cheesesteak place. We're starting construction today. We're going to gut it, fix it. It's going to be the cleanest, best cheesesteak place in the city. If you're going to any sporting events, Flyers, Sixers, Phillies, concerts, Eagles, come by here, stop and see me. I'll be behind the grill making steaks. It's going to be the best in the city, believe me.
Absolutely. Skinny Joey's Cheesesteaks coming soon.
This is the before. Wait till you see it in a couple months. You won't even recognize it.
Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe to our channel and check out more of our content. Feel free to give your feedback and suggestions on what we should do next in the comments. This is Infinite Lee Productions. We love ya.